evening in Urangan Marina as we prepare the following day to head north on our next leg of our trip through Hervey Bay towards Burnett Heads and Bundaberg. This was a long day, and the wind was very changeable as we headed north along the coast on the with the lee side of Fraser Island to our starboard. So there's not much swell usually when you get unless it's a northerly. But there was a lot of tide in the Great Sandy Straits, adverse tide as we got out of the Great Sandy, and then had to make our way all during the day. This was one of the longest legs of our trip, as I mentioned here. It was about 43 miles. It's a lot for old Skyebird. She doesn't go very fast. We do 4 or 5 knots if we're lucky. But no, it was good for Carol to get her sea legs, because she just rejoined the boat after being down in Sydney. But yeah, it was quite a long, wearisome day, and the approach was a dark approach to Bundaberg, and we decided to go into the little inlet. It's a sort of unofficial boat harbour, very shallow, and we went in on a rising tide initially, so we weren't worried when we ran aground and anchored. But the leak, we had a major leak on that trip, and I didn't know where the water was coming in from, so the next day was investigation, and it turned out this cockpit self-drainers, one of them cracked the pipes, so I went ashore, and there's a chandlery at it's called the Bundaberg Marina, but it's a long way from Bundaberg. It's at the mouth of the river here. It's about 15 kilometres from the town. But it's a very good marina, and it has a well-equipped chandlery. So I was able to get a hose, get a piece of hose and replace the old one and clamp it. So then it was time for going ashore, and you can see there's some old warm catamarans here. This is completely shallow. This dries out. There is plans for a marina development here, but I think it's fallen through because this is the mole we're looking at. Actually, under the mud it's solid rock, so they're not able to get any depth. That's what the locals tell me. So if you're brave or foolhardy like us, you can sneak in. But this is the main marina, which is a few kilometres away upriver. It's also very shallow, believe it or not, Bundaberg Marina, but a beautifully equipped marina. And they have Friday night barbecues for yachties, and in that area up there we're looking at, they have a sheltered area and a friendly marina. Good place to have fish and chips at the local chipper, with some Bundy, of course, some Bundy ginger beer, also famous for the Bundaberg rum. And the Burnett Heads is a little village itself, and it's got the historic lighthouse and a few shops and a very nice pub where we ended our trip and began thoughts of the next leg.